Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 1 of the Wolfsburg career mode here on FIFA 16. This is my first Bundesliga career mode since, in fact, FIFA 14, where I used Borussia Dortmund. Really looking forward to getting stuck into this one with Wolfsburg. Going to be using that 60% increase as well for the transfer budget. Obviously, they've lost a couple of their best players in the transfer window this summer, with Kevin De Bruyne going to Manchester City and obviously Ivan Perisic as well leaving the club to go to Inter Milan. However, they have brought in Julian Draxler from Schalke and Dante to partner Naldo at centre-back. In the Champions League, we've got a ridiculously tough group with Juventus and Real Madrid in there, so it's going to be very, very difficult to get out of that group. We're on World Class to start off with in this series as well. Obviously, there was an episode of the Chelsea career mode, in fact, 2 episodes of the Chelsea career mode went live yesterday. We're starting that one on World Class too, just testing the waters because I am finding it quite difficult on World Class right now. So we may end up dropping down to professional, but I want to test it with pre-season, and obviously if I can stay on World Class, I will do. Choosing a invitational tournament to be selected for in pre-season. There isn't that much difference at all between the prize pools, so it's kind of a case of selecting which one I feel I'm more likely to be victorious in. So in the end, I think we went with this Champions Trophy from Chile, so we'll go for that one, and hopefully we can have a decent tournament there. We've got Napoli, Swansea and Tigres from Mexico in our group. If you enjoy this episode, by the way, make sure you hit that like button. If we could hit 2,500 to 3,000 likes for this episode 1, that would be absolutely fantastic. Obviously, subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't already, and check the channel page for anything you may have missed over the past few days, whether that be the Chelsea career mode series or the My Player series. They want us to reach the round of 16 in the Deutsche Koppel, so we'll try our best to get to that particular round in the German Cup, and in the league they'd like us to qualify for the Champions League again next season, which hopefully we will be able to do. And obviously as we advance through to the next few days towards the pre-season games, we'll be able to find out what our Champions League expectation is as well. There are a couple of players, a couple of important players as well, most notably Benaglio and Naldo, that only have 1 year left on their contracts, so I may have to offer them contracts right at the very beginning of this particular series, but we do have plenty of money to spend. By default, they have 36 million as their budget, Wolfsburg, which is very, very good. Obviously, they got the massive sale of Kevin De Bruyne and a decent sale of Perisic as well, although they did spend a chunk of the De Bruyne money on Julian Draxler. But we're going to run through the squad quickly, and I'll show you what I'm planning on doing with the players that are currently here, and you guys will obviously have to let me know as many suggestions in the comment section as well for improvements to the squad. Diego Benaglio will be my number 1 goalkeeper. Koen Casteels will be my number 2, and I'm probably going to send out Max Grün on loan. Sebastian Jung is going to be my number 1 right back. Christian Trash is not necessarily well suited to the right back role. However, he can play at centre defensive midfield, so that's probably where I'm going to utilise him more so than at right back. So I'm definitely going to be looking for a right back in this series, as I think I am in the Chelsea series as well. At centre-back, definite starting pairing of Naldo and new signing Dante from Bayern Munich as well. That's nailed down. However, Robin Nosch is a young-ish, he's kind of 24, 25, I believe, and he's going to be kind of the rotation player that pops in. He's 23, even better, he's quite young. He's a little bit younger than I thought. He's going to be able to pop into that first team should anybody have to drop out Naldo or Dante for suspension or international duty or injury, etc. And then Tim Klose and Felipe are two, not necessarily aging, they're just two older defenders that are quite slow. Most notably, Felipe is definitely not on the same level as Tim Klose, let alone Nosh, Dante or Naldo. So I'm just not sure whether to move them on though, or whether to just have them here for squad depth and then bring some more players in. As you can see, Ricardo Rodriguez is clearly going to be my number 1 starting left back. Marcel Schaefer will be good rotation. He can play left mid as well, which might be handy, although we do have enough wide midfielders, I believe, at the club, and we'll get to those positions in just a moment. When it comes to wing-back, though, I think I'm definitely going to get a right-back and probably going to get a centre-back as well, and I might move on one of the 27-year-olds, probably Felipe. But when it comes to CDM, my starting 2 holding midfielders will obviously be Luis Gustavo, and I'm thinking my second holding midfielder alongside him will be Yosuha Gilavogi. He's obviously on loan at the club for 2 years, although 1 year has already expired of that loan from Atletico Madrid, or Atleti. Out wide, we've got plenty of options. There are a couple of youngsters in each position, and I'm As of yet, unsure whether to train them or loan them. You guys will have to let me know what to do in the comment section, as you will have done for the Chelsea series. We've got plenty of players that can play in multiple positions, though, including Maximilian Arnold here, can play at centre mid, cam, or out wide. So he will be very, very crucial as a squad player. But wide players, we've got BRUYNE. Obviously, Francisco Rodriguez there is going to be a youngster that will probably get loaned out, or maybe we'll keep in the squad to train. Haven't yet decided. A couple of the youngsters I may actually just sell to try and bring in replacements for. But again, with being involved in Europe, as well as the Deutsche Pokal and the Bundesliga, we may need the players just in sheer numbers for squad depth. When it comes to the wide left, we've got Danny Caligiuri, who I very highly rate. I do think he's an extremely good player. Obviously, Andre Schürrle, though, will be my starting left-sided midfielder, with probably BRUYNE on the right. Although I may play Danny Caligiuri on the right because he can play on both wings. So as of yet, I'm undecided there. So I don't think I need to strengthen out wide just yet. I think my priorities lie elsewhere in the squad right now. And then maybe we can improve out wide at a later date. Obviously, my starting cam is going to be Julian Draxler. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Can play out wide as well, which will be handy. But I want to utilise him in that cam role. Now, the striking roles, they've brought in Max Kruse here from Borussia Mönchengladbach. He had a very good season last year, and he'll be my starting striker this season. And hopefully he can score us quite a few goals. But I'm really unsure what to do with the rest of the strikers. Bas Dost, great finishing, but I've never been that good at utilising a slow, strong striker. It's just never been my forte on FIFA, and I have no idea what to do with Lord Bentner. Obviously, for comedy value, it would be nice to keep him, but at the same time, he's really not going to be of any use to me, I don't think, so I don't know what to do. I'm thinking of I'm 90% sure I'm going to sell Bas Dost, and I'm definitely going to send the two youngsters out on loan, but I don't know whether to sell Nicholas Bentner as well, or bring in a replacement for Bas Dost and have Bentner as a third striker. I really don't know. I will take your guys' suggestions in the comments section on board when we come to the future transfer window episodes. Obviously, in the next episode, which will be tomorrow night, we'll go through the opening group stage of the season with Swansea, then Tigres, then Napoli. Hopefully get ourselves out of that group stage, and obviously any prize fund money will go into the transfer budget as well, which is fantastic. If you missed anything or you're not sure when videos go up, check the description or the About tab of the channel page. There is a schedule there. You'll be able to see exactly what series goes up and when it goes up on the channel. Whether it's a 1 PM midweek upload for the Chelsea career mode, or an 8 PM evening upload for My Player or this series, or at the weekend, My Player at 12 PM Saturday, Sunday, this series, 8 PM Saturday and Sunday. You can keep in touch with me on social media. There's obviously links in the description to all of these. My username on Facebook is Chesnoy Gaming YT. I did have an actual profile rather than a page with the username just Chesnoy Gaming, but unfortunately that got hacked and I can't get onto it, so unfortunately I had to set up a new page, but hopefully you guys will go over and like that. Obviously you can follow me on Twitter as well and on Instagram. Links are in the description down below. Definitely follow me on Twitch as well. I will most definitely be streaming career mode this weekend, so you need to follow the link in the description to Twitch to make sure you can watch that. Definitely follow me on Twitter as well. Twitch and Twitter are the two most important ones, so definitely follow me on either of those platforms. And important so above that is to subscribe to the channel, drop the video a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.